Hello, I'm Joe Walensky from Blink, meeting with some in Seattle in February. Today I'm meeting with Susan Weinschenk. And hello, Susan, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
And where are you speaking to us from?
I'm in Chicago area right now,
And where are you based at?
in Wisconsin.
All right. Well, if you're not familiar with Susan, she has a PhD in psychology and 30 years of experience as a behavioral psychologist, and that makes up the foundation of her work with her own company. She's written a lot of books, the most recent of which is How to Get People to Do Stuff. Susan's going to be presenting both a short session, topic designing for engagement, and then a longer 90-minute, more interactive session called How to Get People to Do Stuff. So, why don't you give us a little preview, Susan?
I love both of these topics, and the session on how to get people to do stuff is all about human motivation. We're going to go over 7 drivers of human motivation and talk about the psychology behind that and the research behind that and how to apply that. I mean, we all have stuff we want people to do, right? Whether we want our team members to uh, collaborate with us on our new idea, whether we want our boss to fund our new UX project, or whether we want our spouse or roommate to take out the trash, right? We all have stuff we want people to do. And what I find is that people typically kind of, oh, well, I've tried this before, so I'll try it again, or I'll try giving a reward because, people like rewards. When there is so much more richness to what motivates people. So if you understand the science behind what motivates people, then you can make those decisions. So whether you're designing a website and you want people to press a particular button, or whether you're a startup and you want people to fund your project, it applies anytime you want to get people to do stuff. So that one's going to be a really fun session, and we'll actually do a lot of applying what we are learning.
And and then with your other topic.
Yeah, designing for engagement. So that's a topic I've been talking about for a long time, and that really fits in a lot with the book 100 Things Every Designer Needs to Know About People. And of course, I'm still taking a psychology point of view because I can't help it. I'm a psychologist, and that's the way I think about everything. So in that talk, we're going to cover some of the basics of psychology that affect how engaged people are with whatever it is you're designing. So we're going to talk about, I think, some really fun and unusual research on visual perception, peripheral vision, how our brains work, how we process information, how we think, and also getting into some of the latest research on unconscious mental processing, which I think is really fascinating and a lot of fun.
All right, great. Well, I wanted to ask you with with your background, is are there any particular skill areas that you see among the UX community that you would encourage practitioners to kind of hone their skills more with?
Well, I think that our field is getting broader, and we're really understanding that if you're going to design a great user experience, you need to know a lot of things. I mean, certainly you need the basics of design and how to what should be on the page or what should be in the app and what the order of events should be so it best suits the people who are going to be using it. But I think now we're understanding we need to go beyond that. In addition to understanding visual perception, we really have to understand how people think. And that's, of course, again, I always think the psychology part's important, but ultimately, whatever you're designing it for people to use. how much do you know about people in general, and how much do you know about your particular audience? So I think, audience analysis, which has always been important in UX, is becoming even more important now, especially as we design very often not for a very broad general audience, but we're able to design a portion of a website or a part of an app or a particular launch for a very particular audience. And so understanding, what that particular audience is like and what are their fears, what motivates them, how best to communicate with them, I think becomes more and more important. So these other we used to think of peripheral fields, I think, such as psychology and marketing and audience analysis, are now really becoming part of the mainstream of what a UX person needs to do and understand.
All right, great. Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us, and we'll see you here in Seattle in February.
I am really looking forward to it.